Alright, today we're going to be looking at a mortise standard on a storefront. The key gets stuck in the lock. So it's in the lock box here. First thing you want to do is get into your set screws here and remove the lock from the door. Generally, these occur when the tailpiece inside becomes loose, and then it allows the key to come out of the cylinder a little bit, trapping the pins in the key. The motion you use to get that key out is to pinch here and remove out with your finger. In some cases, maybe some corrosion, but there we go. And that just sets it on in. So let's get that removed out of there and see if we can get this thing cleaned up. So we are going to turn the set screw. And you don't have to take it all the way out, just back it off a little. I'll insert my key about halfway so I can use it to turn the lock. And voila, there we go. So let's take it apart here by removing those two screws, inserting the key all the way, and removing the plug. So as we can see here, we've got the follower pushed through, tailpiece and screws moved out, and it looks like up here you can see it's a 6-pin, but a lot of the times people will drop out that 6th pin so that they can get a standard SC1 in here. And we've got some corrosion. A little bit of lubricant ought to take care of this thing. The tail piston seemed to be that loose, but we can spray this out and get it to work better. That'll work. So I've replaced the tailpiece from this one to this one. That would allow the clearance on the back of the lock there. No gapping. The other one had a small gap. As you can see, it is a much thinner, slightly bent tailpiece. So now our key will go right in and come right out. Right in to right out. There we are. As you can see, I smoke and have a bit of a cold. For you smokers out there, we got to stick together. So we'll get this all cleaned up and lubricated and back in the door, and we'll get it tested. Pretty easy job. Nicely done. A lot of guys have issues when trying to rethread and screw a mortise lock in. You always want to be, see that one went in very easy. That'll leave a lot of you cussing. But what I always tell guys is, if you're having trouble screwing that in, on this one it would be a pain, but you would remove all the screws out of your tracking here, remove that out, and loosen the latch a little bit. If you loosen this latch a little bit, that'll leave you a little bit of leeway. Sometimes you can get it in there and no problem. I left the collars off, but you can see that if you remove this, the latch will be bolted in. You can loosen that a bit and give yourself a little bit of room, and that's generally what I do in order to get those threaded back in. So here is the function. Of course, I've got to put the collars back on. This locks the door in. Key comes right out. Nice and good. Key comes right out, nice and good. Get my collars on and get it moving. Thanks.